Welcome to Sci-Fi Stories. If you love stories of courage and mystery, make sure to subscribe and join our growing community.
The Omega outpost hung like a jagged scar on the edge of the nebula rift. Metal walls groaned under the pressure of orbital bombardments and shifting gravity. Inside, a canister hissed, a sharp, precise sound that cut through the chaos like a laser scalpel. Vexer, a 7-foot Celtronian brute, loomed over it, muscle rippling under iridescent scales. His claws curled around the glass vial, the swirling blue gas inside shimmering like a deadly aurora. One wrong move, and the lungs of everyone in the sector would liquefy. I stepped into the open. No armor. No weapons. Just me, Lieutenant Vance, and the apex predator. My team pressed behind crates of fusion cells, plasma rifles useless against someone who was essentially a ticking biological bomb. The station vibrated beneath my boots, every hum and whine traveling up my spine. Sweat slid cold across my back as Vexer bared his teeth, an alien gesture that spelled death in 6-star systems. The standoff was silent, terrifying. Captain Thorne screamed through the comms, but the audio blurred into white noise. I locked eyes with the alien, knowing the deadliest weapon in this room wasn't firepower, it was a conversation. 72 hours earlier, the deadliest task I'd faced had been paperwork in Terra Prime's HR department. Director Zyler, a translucent cephalopod suspended in a gravity tank, had laughed at my request to join the Titan unit. "You handle payroll disputes, Miss Vance," his synthetic voice gurgled. "Combat veterans only. Not administrators." I planted my hands on the glass of his tank. "I handle panic," I said. "I've talked jumpers off ledges, negotiated hostage surrenders, and managed chaos in real time." Zyler's singular eye blinked. Interstellar bureaucracy didn't have a metric for real-life crisis management. "Miss Vance?" "Denied." Then the alert hit. Vexer had been sighted near the Shatter Zone, an asteroid field known for high-risk, high-visibility ambushes. Using obscure auxiliary staff regulations, I forced my way into the tactical room, pointing at the star chart. "He doesn't run. He performs. And he's going to HR. The Shatter Zone. Guaranteed." 2 hours later, we dropped out of warp into tumbling rocks, finding Vexer's stealth corvette perfectly positioned. My psychological profiling had beaten their sensors. Thorne led the deployment, skeptical but silent. Now, standing before him, the laughter was gone. My team froze, paralyzed by the Boapan. Hard skills useless. Soft skills, my secret edge, would prevail. I stepped closer, hands visible, heart steady. "You do not hold leverage, Vexer," I said. "You hold a deficit." He blinked, confusion flickering across alien features. Plasma wasn't what I offered. Strategy was. I continued, stepping over a fallen conduit. "If you drop that vial, you don't just kill us, you destroy your merchandise. Profit turning to vapor. But walk away, and your legacy doubles." Vexer's ego wrestled with logic. He lowered the vial. My fingers closed around it, warmth flooding my palm. The tension shattered. Thorne moved, stun baton crackling across Vexer's neural cluster. The giant collapsed unconscious, the threat neutralized without a single shot fired. Debriefing with Zyler was brief. Video feeds displayed the encounter as I recounted the negotiation, the soft skills that tamed a monster. Zyler's synthesized voice held no malice, only perplexity. "You ignored cover. You engaged a superior in close quarters." "I engaged the mind director," I corrected. "Teams thrive on diversity of thought." I read the opponent, not the radar. Zyler tapped his console. "Transfer approved. Lieutenant Vance, command of the new Negotiation Response Unit, Squad Echo. Congratulations." The shift wasn't just personal. It was universal. Blades and lasers could destroy, but the sharpest weapon remained the well-timed word and the courage to stand firm. As I left the station, I paused at the ramp, saluting, not just in respect, but as a warning. When a human walks into the fire, sometimes the fire steps back.